There we go. There we go. That feels like a bigger one. What's up, guys? In this video I'm gonna be showing you guys my top baits I use for largemouth bass in lakes early summer. The lakes that I'm gonna be fishing are like have a lot of weeds in them, so that's gonna be a key factor in the baits that I'm choosing. So if you guys are fishing lakes that have a lot of weeds in them, then watch this video and hopefully I can give you guys some tips. So the first bait of choice that I have is the frog. I'll show you guys in a sec. Just a normal frog, nothing special. It's a medium heavy rod, 50-pound braid. You need that braid to be able to rip them out of the weeds, because you're literally going to be throwing on top of the weeds, giving it a couple pops and waiting for blow-ups to happen. So you really need braid and heavy line to be able to rip them out. So the second bait of choice that I have is literally a simple wacky rig with high vis braid and a 12-pound fluoro leader. As you see, I got like an octopus hook size 2-tight on there. I use this a lot because it's simple and very effective. You could sight fish easily. Like when you see fish, I usually throw this right in there and right in front of their faces, and they usually grab it. Just give it a couple of twitches and let it sink, and it usually drives them crazy. It's very simple, effective, and a cheap bait to use. The last bait that I use is, or I just keep on, I usually have like 3 rods on me on the boat. The last thing is just a jerk bait. Either a jerk bait, crankbait, something like that, just to be able to throw it. So you have a couple different baits lying around. If they're not hitting the frog or the wacky, you could always try the jerk bait. Jerk bait is usually effective in the spring, summer, fall. It works for me all the time. So yeah, I'm gonna show you guys me catching fish on all these baits and trying to give you tips on how to use them. So stay tuned. What's up, guys? So the first bait that I'm going to be using today is the frog. As you see, got a frog, 50-pound braid, medium heavy rod. I literally just throw this into the weeds and give it a couple pops. You see, I'm literally throwing into the weeds. Give it a couple pops, stop it once in a while. And once I get a hit, I wait like 2 seconds before I set the hook. There we go. Oh, it just came off. Well, there we go. We missed that one. The thing with the frog is sometimes I don't know if they actually stuck that in or just hit it right next to it, and that's the problem. I don't think that one actually inhaled it. Let's see if we can get another one to hit it, or the same one. Usually when one hits it though, it won't, for me at least, it doesn't usually hit again, but it's worth a try. There we go. That feels like a bigger one. Either that or it's not that bad. I waited a good amount before I actually hooked him. Yeah, this is like a 2-pounder. Look how he ate that frog. It's a nice fish. Might just get a picture with him and then release him. I'll release him right now. There we go. I was throwing right into the weeds for that one, like I was saying, and it's not 6 in the morning or anything crazy. It's literally the middle of the day, and I've been getting hit like pretty frequently, so we'll see if we can get any more on the frog. If not, I'll switch off to a different bait. There we go. That's a tiny guy though. Like, I don't even know how this guy even got hooked, honestly. Look at him. This isn't even a 1-pounder, I bet. Let him go. There we go. I don't know. That's not that big, I don't think. Yeah, I mean, it's bigger than the little dink, but not like the other one. The first one was like a 2.5 pounder. This one's like a 1.5. But he ate the frog too. It's literally, the key is to give it like a second or two before you set the hook, because like that you will not hook these guys. Got hooked real good. There we go. Got him unhooked. As I said, right at the weeds. That's where he bit. There we go. Got another one. I saw this one move the lilies. It's a smaller one too, like a 1 pounder, but still a nice fish. He didn't choke it that much, but I gave it a second and he got hooked. If you don't give them that time, they're not gonna get hooked usually. Another 1 pounder. Like I said, this is fishing in the middle of the day, so it's pretty good for middle of the day summer in 85-degree weather. Usually people think you have to wake up at 6 a.m. every time to get a fish, to get, you know, lots of fish in the summer, but these fish, they like to sit under those weeds because it's shade for them. And when you pop that frog on them, they like to hit that. Alright guys, so we're going to be using the wacky rig now. I got a green one with the red circle hook. I think it's a size 2. I also put in a little nail weight right here. Can't really tell. Makes it sink a lot faster. So what I'm doing here on this lake, there's a whole bunch of drop-offs right next to the shore. I'm literally throwing it right at those drop-offs, letting it sink, and then giving it a couple twitches. And then just keep doing that. And usually fish go crazy over these things. And the nail weight helps a lot when you're fishing deeper water. It's not necessary, but it definitely does help. There we go, I got a bite. There we go. Not a big one, but he took it. A little guy, probably the smallest one of the day, but fish is a fish. Just let him go. This little O-ring really helps a lot. There's like this little special tool for it. And you put on the O-ring and you hook the O-ring instead of the actual wacky rig. So when you get a fish and you set it like that, you're not gonna lose. Most likely you won't use the wacky rig, or at least you'll get a couple of fish out of them before you lose them. Because like that, if you just hook the wacky rig, they usually come flying off after your first hook set or first fish. Like that, you could keep using it at least for a couple of times. Oh, there we go, we got a bite. There you go. On the wacky rig. It's not big, but I've been struggling to get anything on the wacky rig at the other lake. And it is the next day because yesterday a storm came by. It's bigger than the one we got yesterday. First cast. Just let him go. So the third bait that I like to use is a little jerkbait. I know I had a bigger one tied on, but I like to have a little bit smaller to get a better variety of fish. I use this when I see fish blowing up. Like in front of me over there, I see a whole bunch of fish just swimming around on the top, chasing minnows and stuff. So that's what the situation I use it in. Since the wacky rig isn't really working as well, I'm gonna try to use the jerk bait. What you do is you throw it and you twitch it 2 or 3 times and you stop it for a second or two. And that's usually when you get your strike. Oh, there we go. Really right when I threw it in. Another tiny guy though. He like jumped right after it. Gotta watch out with these hooks. Another little guy. Try to throw again. They're right where they were. I don't know if they're still there though. Oh, there you go. Oh, that little guy. It's fun to catch them like this though. You see them jumping around, you know where they are. Oh, little guy. Try to throw again, see if they're still here. Oh, there you go. Going on the little jerk bait. I saw some little fish blowing up, so let's go check out what they were. And they're just bass. I don't know if those are crappie or what, but small. But like I said, I saw fish blowing up, chasing little minnows. There we go. Thank you guys for watching the video. I really hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something. As you see, the fish weren't really hitting the wacky rig and the jerkbait as much as the frog. 2 weeks ago, it was a different story. The wacky rig was completely destroying them. I don't know what happened. The water warmed up and they wanted to hide more under the lilies. But anyways, this goes to show you that you need to have different baits tied on for different days. You got to try out different things. Hit that subscribe button if you guys like videos like these. I'll be posting weekly. And yeah, I hope you guys have a great day.